everybody, welcome to Robert's Train Set again, up in the loft. So it's Thursday the 10th of November today, the day after the first of the COVID-19 inoculations was sort of muted that it should be okay, and we might be getting it sort of December time. We'll see. I did note that the Prime Minister had to come and do a special one of his things from Downing Street to sort of stop people all thinking, oh, it's all over and we can carry on as we are. Very disappointing, really. It's a shame. You know, it's still got a few hurdles to go through. It's also going to be it's also got to be okayed by the regulatory bodies, both here and in America. And in the past, they've taken over a year to make a decision. Don't think they're going to take a year to do it this time, but, you know, just keep going with all the regulations. It's really the only safest way to do it. Another way is to live in a nice little town like I do, where there's not hordes of people everywhere, which is quite nice. Right, so I digressed a bit there, sorry about that. So, on the agenda today is really the painting. And depending on how quickly it dries, if at all, because it's not that cold actually, it's 16.6 in here now, and we're talking about 8:30 in the morning, so it's pretty good, especially for this time of the year. So it's ideal really. So first job is all the track I laid out yesterday to try it. I've got to take it all up again because I don't really want that in the way, do I? And then we'll see how we get on. I might get some track laid today. We'll see how we get on. Alright, so see you later on. Cheers everybody, bye. Welcome back everybody. So it's 20 past 11, so it's about time to start getting my lunch. I think I'm going to have scrambled egg on toast today. Yeah, I'm going to have scrambled egg on toast and maybe eat it outside. Weather's with a bit misty like it was yesterday this morning, but it's brightened up and the sun's been out, though I don't think it's out at the moment. Can't really see in here, to be honest. So I'm just going to take you off the tripod and give you a wobbly route around the loft to have a look and see what I've done. Okay everybody? So as you can see, I've got this painted. Like on the other fiddle yard, I have painted a margin down, and on this side I've done it really wide. It's really just to signify like a path that maybe the drivers would walk down, and it's narrow the other side. Don't know why. It's my railway. So I painted all the struts as well, and I've even done the cleats underneath, or the bit you see anyway. So as you can see, it's looking reasonably well in corporate colours, one might say. So I walk around the other side and we'll have a look there. So as you can see, we've got that all the way around there and painted in. And if I come round here, I put a new bit here. I've forgotten this bit, so I put a new bit in there. And I've got that round there with a margin, more to fill the gap up between the Peco, which it does reasonably well. So come in here, look, I sort of made a yard here with, I don't know, floor paint. So I filled up the holes a bit and painted it sort of like that. So what's this for, would you say? Well, it's a bit of a wasted space, you can't do much. I mean, I suppose you could have a side in here and have a little short one there, but I thought it might be more useful, and if I walk across the top of the hole, keeping hold of the handles, they're very useful. I thought all this lot could go there, because there'd be more room for it, and they keep getting moved off, and sometimes they get knocked onto the track, and it's not ideal. So I think I'm going to do that. So that's what I thought I'd do. So we've got a bit of track waiting here, and all the rest of the track is over the other side there, and I've got to fix it down, haven't I? Let's get rid of this tripod. So that's all I've got Don't know if you can see, that's all the screws and pins. Well, there are some pins somewhere else, but not many. I got these Peco ones, which I don't particularly like. They're too thin and long, I think. So I might try and use them. The other thing is, I was down in the shed the other day and I found some of these. The copper nails. But again, I think they're going to be too long and go through the board. So I don't know yet. I'll just see how we go. And I'm pretty sure my screws that I got, which are in here, they're too big really. They're too big a diameter, and you try and drill through the sleepers and they just break. So I'll have to put my thinking cap on and see. But I suspect I'm going to have to use these Peco ones, because whatever. But I'm not even sure if the head's big enough for the holes in the Hornby track. So we'll see. I'll see you a bit later on. All right, everybody. Whether I'll get the track fitted today, I've obviously got to wait for the paint to dry, haven't I? So cheers later on. So I'm going to get on with my lunch now. Bye. Well, hello everybody, welcome back. I've got the class 40 behind me, as you can hear, and I'm going to show you what I've done. I've basically been doing a little bit of testing. I had a slight concern about the track the track not being straight, and I'll show you in a minute. I'll take you around and show you. I've got one length, the first length of track all the way through to the wall, all pinned down. Now if you remember, I said about I didn't know how I was going to fix it down, because I only had a few Hornby pins. It's the phone. Okay, I've cut that bit out. It's weird. I've got a phone call from a local number. I turned it off and then I rang them back and I got no reply. That's really strange. Don't know what's going on there. Anyway, I digress. So I've tried various logos to make sure it works. So the 40 is one of them because of the long bogey. I've tried the Tornado and the Mallard and the Bachmann 37, because I think with that limited articulation, shall we say, it can give problems. I get more problems with the Bachmann 37 than I ever do with the Hornby 37. So, and I've run the Javelin round, the 395. Oh, I got the number right again. I must be getting in my brain now. And that went well, so that was all right. So, and it all misses. Actually, the 40 does get very close to the sloping structural member there, but it does miss. So see how it goes. So I'll take you off the tripod, and I'll just show you what I've got up to so far today. And what I was saying about the pins, I am using them, but I find that they're a bit too loose in the holes for the Hornby track. So I'm actually using 2 of them in each hole. So I don't know how long they're going to last. We'll see how we go. And of course I would have been better getting set track, wouldn't I, rather than the flexible, because you need to fix it quite often. Anyway, I'll take you off and we'll see how we get on. So as you can see, this is all now fixed. This is a bit of set track here, and I've got the buffer stop on it, and it's not too bad. But if I show you, it still gives even between the pinholes, so it's not great, but of course it's not going anywhere. So what's my concern? Do you see the kink from the point to the straight bit. I was a little concerned that that might cause some issues, but it appears not to. So I think I'll have that little kink on all of these 3 points, because I've got the points straight across, you know, the whole width. So I think I'll probably have the same, although I may be able to tweak those a little bit. I wanted to keep it parallel to this side. I don't think that looks too bad, really. Looks fairly straight. I've used some straight edges. I did have a big ruler, you know, a metre ruler, but I can't find it. It's probably in the same place as a jigsaw. Did I have any other issues? Tornado and mallard ran down here, no problem. But Tornado didn't get round that point there, that first one in. It just seems to ride straight over the guardrail. But mallard, which obviously is a railroad loco as well, no problem. And I think it's because the mallard has a spring on the bogie and the Tornado doesn't. And that's probably the same with the Bonaccord. But they always do that, so I'm not going to worry about it. So I'll put you back on the tripod and finish this up. So yeah, I'm happy. I'm not going to do any more today. It's quite tiring. And the other thing I've been doing with those pins, because they're so thin, I've been drilling holes out. I set a very small drill bit in my drill, which wasn't the full length of the bit of the pin, so that it gives it a good, because obviously it's going into Conti board, isn't it? So you'd never get through that, not with those. You might do it with Hornbys. And I've used the Hornbys on the points and round the curve, but I have to see how I get on. But it's going alright, it's going alright. As I say, whether I'll have enough pins, although there's an awful lot in the bag, isn't there? See how we go. So I think just to finish off, I'll just give the 40 a run down the straight bit, shall we? And you can have a look, alright? Hello everybody, welcome back. So it's Wednesday the 11th today, Remembrance Day, isn't it? The 11th of the 11th month. A bit muted this year, isn't it, what with COVID, but you know, as long as we remember them, that's the important thing, isn't it? Ongoing to remember, so that we never get into that situation again. either of them. So continue with part 6, and I think this is going to be the last bit. As you've seen, I've painted. It's all ready, and I've started laying the track. So today, all I've got to do, and it's 9:15, because I've been sorting out the video that I've taken. Yeah, a little bit delayed coming up here, but it won't hurt, because all I've got to do basically is fix this track down, and then do some sort of arrangement at the end of the fiddle yard so that they don't go smashing into a brick wall if they get out of control, and probably give all the track a good clean, because when I was trying it yesterday, some of them were really having a struggle. Some just carried on as though nothing was wrong, but others, especially the steamers, I would say, although the mallard wasn't too bad. So I'm going to get on with it, and I'll probably come back at the end of the time when I hopefully got it all fixed and show you. All right, everybody, so see you later on. Bye. Well, hello everybody. No, I haven't finished all the track. I've just had my tea, 10 o'clock tea break. It's 10:20 now, and I just thought I'd film me doing the pinning the track down. Yes, I know. Ooh. But I also thought I'd show you the difference in speed between having the right materials, i.e. Hornby track pins, and the Peco track pins, which is all I've got, except for a few Hornby. So I'm going to show you putting a Hornby track pin in, and then I'll show you doing a Peco one, or two as it happens. So I'll try and set it up so you can actually see what I'm doing. Right, see you in a minute. Bye. So as you see, I've set it up here. I've got my movie light to try and put as much light on. It's still a bit dark, isn't it? But so what I've got is, as you know, I've already fixed this track here, and this is the one I'm fitting. I've done sort of down from the point, and I found this bit of oak was the right width between the tracks. So if I just show you with a Hornby track pin, and I'm going to go here. I'll just turn the camera around a bit and try and bring the light in a bit closer. So all I'm doing is obviously I'm trying to do every other hole, because I am concerned that I'm going to run out of Peco track pins. Right, so I find the easiest way to put a Hornby track pin in is a pair of pliers, small ones, hold it in there, pull that against, done. Okay, so now I'll show you what I do with the Pecos. Here's a hole here, so I'm going to just pull that, make sure I'm pushing that down, pull that there, and using my trusty drill, drill a hole. That's to get it through the hard surface of the Conti board. Excuse my arm. And then making sure you get a pin in straight away, because otherwise with this flexible track, of course, the sleepers can move backwards and forwards, can't they? Which is a bit of a pain if you can't find the hole again. And then as you see, I put two pins in. One goes in right to the bottom of the hole I drilled, but the other one doesn't. And believe it or not, they still can bend. So I just use my screwdriver bit to hold it in, and then you see the timber's nice and tight. I will just give that a little bang with that as well. I mean, obviously your seasoned modelers know all about this. In fact, this is the first time I've had to pin down any huge long straights that have been flexi tracked, so it's a learning curve for me as well, but I'm getting on all right, quite happy. I will just show you one little bit that I've done. So this is looking up obviously towards the points, and this is my second track that I've started to fit. And as you can see, the first track that's right against the barrier, it was fairly straight, wasn't it? But obviously the point kinks out a bit. So with this one, I've actually managed to just kink the track around to sort of make it more of a smooth transition. I've tried my HST carriages around there, and I didn't have any problems, although they're pretty good carriages really. So I'm pretty hopeful that this will work, and I'll probably get the same profile on the other tracks, which will actually bring it away from the barrier at the back, which will help, won't it? So I just thought I'd show you that. So I hope that's helped. Yeah, obviously seasoned modelers aren't going to be too bothered and learn anything from me, but you know, if you're new into it, you know, it's just sorting out a way of doing a job really. I think that's what I'm saying, and it's now working very well, my method. So see you later at the end of the day, hopefully. Cheers everybody, cheers. Well, hello everybody. So the last day, and it definitely is, it's Wednesday the 11th, and it's rather late. It's about 7:30 at night. But don't worry, I've not been working all this time. I've had a shower, I've had me dinner, and I've been playing trains because what I wanted to film kept falling off, or some of them did. So I'm just going to show you around and show you what I've done. And I hope you enjoy it. But I'm quite happy. It's working out as I wanted. And you will see some film after I've spoken of what I plan to do. Well, here we are at the command station, so to speak, with a computer, and I've got a fiddle yard that now stretches right over the far corner of the loft. How am I going to see what's happening so that I don't smash them into the wall? Well, I've got a two-pronged attack to that. I will just raise you up slowly. And this is at my eye line. I don't know if you can see, but if I pan in gently, I can see the end of the track with the train on. How am I doing that? Let's go over there and find out, shall we? So as you can see, all the track is now fixed and pinned down, and I did have enough pins, thankfully. And it's all pretty good, as you can see, and it's fairly solid. So, of course it's a mirror. And you like my buffer stops? They work very well. When I did the HST carriages, it bounced it back about 5 foot when it hit that. So it compresses well. And that's what I wanted the sponges for. I did ask people to have a guess, and nobody did, unfortunately. But I bought 3 sponges, didn't I? So I've cut them down, and I've stuck them on the wall with some pads, sticky pads. And the mirror's just sitting there with that cramp, obviously, holding it up. But I'll probably screw a block on to hold it there, if it works. I can't see right down the end. I can only see sort of about halfway down, which is a lot cheaper than having a video camera up here, isn't it? So, and as you can see, if I go in slowly and get out the light, I put some uncoupling hooks ramps in. I bought these right at the beginning when I first bought the train set, and I never really got on with them. I used to put them on the main line, and trains go over it and uncouple. Or the other thing is, it would snap out, pop out, and the trains would hit it, and it boom, you can imagine. So what have I done with these? And I'm sorry about the reflection. I've actually stuck them on the track with super glue. I cut all those little lugs off that they have on the side that are supposed to go in between underneath the rail, because they weren't. I'll cut them off, and I've glued those in with super glue. And I've only got 3, unfortunately. I've got another one. I've got no spring for it, which is a shame. And I've got obviously the goal posts for or the winning posts for the centre line, and I've done them 300 mm from the foam, the sponge, because that's the length of my longest loco, which is, funnily enough, you wouldn't be surprised to know all the A1s, A3s and the A4s. So that's how we've done that. So looking all right. So basically there's nothing more to be said. I've managed to finish it all in 6 episodes. We obviously can't have an inaugural run because it's not part of the layout, but as I said, I'll show you some little bits of running that I did earlier on, just to try some of the bits. I also wanted to see if the uncoupling ramps would actually work, so you'll see a bit of that. And I hope you've enjoyed this. And the next video will be the part 2 of meeting my new rolling stock that I bought a little while ago. So I hope you'll enjoy that. So cheers everybody, cheers, keep safe, it's not over yet, and let's hope that it reduces a lot by the 2nd of December, and then hopefully we can have a nice Christmas. Cheers everybody, cheers.
And well, isn't it?